This is Showtime, a podcast about the people behind the curtain and the stories that shape them. I'm Andrew G, and each week I sit down with creatives, leaders and risk takers from the theatre world and beyond. We talk about what they do, why they do it, and what it really takes to keep showing up. Today, I am joined by Ruth McGurk, playing Donna, and Katie Loxston, playing Sophie in the Geelong production of Mamma Mia at the Geelong Arts Centre in October. We're going to chat about family, friendship, and the irresistible music of ABBA that makes this show one of the world's most beloved musicals. Welcome to Showtime, Ruth and Katie.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I've got to start. What do you think it is that makes, what do you think this is that makes this such a loved show all over the world?
It's got to be, that music is so infectious. I remember being in the audition room and the Dancing Queen music came on, and it just, I don't know, it's so so joyful, so much fun. I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone who wouldn't even just bop along a little bit, even if ABBA wasn't their favourite. It just gets you, I think.
How exciting is it for both of you to be bringing something like Mamma Mia to the Geelong Arts Centre?
Oh, it is so exciting. And we've actually just bumped in. So we're actually in the Geelong Arts Centre now as of a couple of days ago. And it is just so exciting. I think Geelong is so excited for it. Mamma Mia always does well in Geelong because I think we must have a lot of ABBA fans. And we're so excited.
And you're both Geelong locals. So what's it like bringing a show like that to your hometown?
It's good fun, isn't it? And so many people around us, certainly in my life, when I've said I'm in Mamma Mia and we're doing Mamma Mia, it's funny how so many people have a little Mamma Mia or ABBA-related story. Like my mother-in-law, the night before both of her daughters' weddings, they watch the movie, they watch Mamma Mia, and then when Slipping Through My Fingers comes on, they sit together on the couch and have a cuddle. Or other people who, they had SingStar when they were younger and they used to sing it with their sisters. I think there's something about Mamma Mia that it just brings a smile to people's faces when you tell them that you're doing it, and gets people so interested and excited to see the show as well.
And Ruth, it is kind of one of those milestone musicals. There's standard music. There's Mamma Mia. People associate it with something from their childhood or something from their life, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. The amount of people who, have got a special moment or a memory. I've got memories of singing, ABBA at like corporate gigs when I was younger and things like that. I think it's a little bit a part of everyone's DNA, whether they like it or not, I think.
And Katie, keeping that in mind, what do you think it is that makes Mamma Mia so timeless?
Well, like we've already touched on, definitely the music. But going off what Ruth said, I think the movie is so iconic. And the Meryl Streep, Amanda Seyfried, that movie is, and then even all the beautiful men like Pierce Brosnan, and like even I think back to the first time I saw it, and it's just iconic. And I feel like it's so well known. It's got to be, I don't know the stats, but it's got to be one of the most popular movies of the time, I would assume.
I reckon you could bring out someone, in that Donna outfit, and people would be able to pick that character
100%.
as much as they could pick out Dorothy, almost, I reckon.
Yeah.
Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, for those of you playing at home. And I mean, Geelong people love theatre, and you guys are Geelong people, and Mamma Mia is an iconic piece of theatre. How does it feel that this is what you're doing for the next few weeks? I mean, that must be incredible.
Yeah,
so I feel so lucky.
It's great.
Yeah, definitely. Like we're about to bring a party and some really good times to Geelong. That'll be great, especially after the grand final loss. That's what we need.
We need it.
What's the energy been? I know you're bumping into the theatre now, but what's the energy been like in the rehearsal room leading up to this point?
Infectious. Amazing. This cast and this production team, I think we're all aware of how awesome Mamma Mia is and how much joy it can bring. And it's just been an amazing group of people. So I think the energy has always been through the roof since auditions. I remember the dance audition leaving and thinking, I just would love to be involved in this because it was so positive and wonderful.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's been just we've all been in cast, where maybe the dynamic, hasn't clicked so well, but this one has just been a room full of people where it's a really safe rehearsal room. Everyone seems to be collaborating really beautifully. And even, in those tedious and challenging tech weeks, everyone has been calm and collected and just really generous with each other. I'm sure it will show off stage in the audience that there is just a really lovely feel among everyone in the cast.
And all the people that the audiences don't see, absolutely.
Exactly.
And it's a huge team that puts a show like this together. There's the cast on stage, and as we touched on, there's the lighting and sound and the costumes and all of the other stuff that goes on backstage that the audiences see bits of, but of course they don't see the people.
Absolutely. And we've had so many people even just, join us this week, some new faces and people who are, fixing up costumes or helping us get set pieces in and out. It's it's a huge team effort with a lot of moving parts for a show that, doesn't have huge big set pieces or anything happening. There's still so much that we need help with and that we couldn't do without the team we have with us.
It's a story about Mamma Mia. It's a story about Donna and Sophie and self-discovery and rediscovery. But the ABBA music is such a big part of that story. What do you think the ABBA music adds to the heart of the show?
I reckon it's as soon as some of those opening bars of the songs start up, you can feel a little bit of, I don't know, this energy just ripple through the crowd as they recognise the song that's about to hit. And because of the context of where it's sitting, they can see how it's about to unfold the story for everyone. So there's that little bit of excitement of the recognition of the song and then watching it play out on stage. It just adds that little bit of extra, I don't know, that excitement, nostalgia of seeing songs that you know and love just about to jump out at you on stage. I think it lifts the excitement and the energy of a show. I think having songs that are so well loved and so well known in a show.
I also think, and I do love jukebox musicals, I don't want to come across as a hater, but some other jukebox musicals, sometimes I think when the songs start, you're like, oh, we kind of had to try and sandwich this song in somewhere. And I might be biased, but I actually think it flows really beautifully in Mamma Mia. And so when those ABBA songs start, I think they all start in a really beautiful spot. There's no song that starts for me that I think feels misplaced. And they are just all iconic. And the good vibe ones like Dancing Queen, like what Ruth said, and then the beautiful ones like Slipping Through My Fingers, to me doesn't feel like a jukebox song at all. They all feel really beautifully placed. Yeah.
I know what you mean, because there are some jukebox musicals out there where it just feels like there's a back catalogue and they've got to squish it in between bits of dialogue. But Mamma Mia has been really crafted to tell the story with the music and the dialogue, and it works.
Yeah.
Is there a favourite moment? And question for each of you, is there a favourite Sophie Donna moment in the show?
Oh. Well, we've actually been saying we don't really see each other until Act 2. For the most part, we're kind of really chunked into the back half of the show. Favourite Sophie Donna? It's probably Slipping Through My Fingers. I would say it's probably the whole wedding dress chunk is probably my favourite, I would say. I think. What's yours, Ruth?
No, I definitely love that. Definitely love Slipping Through My Fingers. I do love, we have a little moment in Super Trooper as well where we're at the engagement party, which is really fun. But even at the wedding at the end where, I think both women are sort of, having a moment where they're standing up and being their true selves and deciding what is right for them in that moment. And I really like that moment where both Donna and Sophie have a moment where they go, no, this is who I am. And Sophie makes some choices too, not to spoil anything, but that's really lovely.
Ruth, you've done a lot of stuff. You've done cabaret, you've done children's books. How has all that helped shape you as a performer?
I think doing cabaret, especially because you're the only one on stage, and I was performing stuff that I had written myself. I think it really makes you appreciate having a team on stage with you for a start. Having that people to interact with is so, so nice. But I think also it gives you a certain level of confidence in front of an audience where, you know, you've, in your own stuff, I guess, you've got a bit of room to do your own thing. And so if something were to go wrong on stage, I don't feel quite so deer in the headlights because I maybe know what it's like to have to just keep the show moving. You've just got to keep it going. So, yeah, I think it does teach you those skills of just feeling really comfortable on stage and being able to own the stage on your own when you have to.
Sorry, things going wrong on stage. Things don't go wrong in live theatre, surely, ever.
Oh, never. But, you know, if it did, you had the confidence to, just to keep it moving. That's it. Yeah.
If it did, hypothetically speaking, if it did. And Katie, you trained at the Queensland Con. How has that world prepared you for a iconic musical filled with 70s pop songs?
It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it kind of taught me everything I know. Before I went to do that, I kind of had a heavy background in dance more than anything else. So going away to do something like that taught me everything in the kitchen sink. And I'm obviously still learning and developing, but yeah, that definitely gave me knowledge in a million different areas that I never would have had before. Not that we ever did 70s pop songs, so that's new, but I think everything else, yeah. I can't even begin to describe how much I learned in that now translates into everything I do, but yeah, that was incredible.
You both talked before about how awesome the energy was in the rehearsal room. Tell me the goss. What have been the funniest moments during the auditions? Rehearsals.
We've had the trio playing Donna and Tanya and Rosie. We were actually put together in the audition, and one of the girl who's playing Tanya is also a parent at a school that I teach at. And so it has just been so lovely getting to know both of them. But we sort of started off, you know, just being very polite and, you know, being very aware of everyone's personal boundaries. And as the show has gone along, those personal boundaries have just gone. We are up close and cuddling and touchy-feely. And it's just been so lovely. I feel like I've, gained two really lovely real-life friends as well as on-stage friends as well. So that's just been a riot working with Cara and with Shane in developing those roles and those friendships. It's just been lovely.
Mine's actually extremely similar to Ruth's. My little trio of Sophie, Ali and Lisa. It's not an exact memory, but when we started Honey Honey, our director James Lee said it might be great for the three of you to go out, have dinner and a wine together and kind of get to know each other as friends. And things have definitely escalated from there. We've had quite a lot of wine nights now. So there's been lots of funny memories inside of that. The only other funny thing is, there's funny things all the time with lines and things that slip up that are just hilarious. I'm trying to think of anything specific. Not that I can think of, but I've definitely had a lot of funny times and nights now with those two girls. Yeah, for sure.
What's the ABBA song that sticks in your head? What do you secretly sing when you're at home by yourself?
At the moment, which is really random, I'm singing Chiquitita a lot, which is really random. But otherwise, maybe Waterloo. I think because it's really dead last in our mega mix as well. Sometimes you get sent to the car with that one in the head. I think that's me.
And were you both fans of ABBA music before you immersed yourself in the musical?
Definitely. But I didn't know all of their songs. Like I would have known, you know, like a bit of a fair weather ABBA fan. I knew Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia and Money, 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 Waterloo. Like I didn't know, though, all of the Chiquititas and Does Your Mother Know? I didn't know all of those. And I even looked up if, you know, whether Under Attack was actually a song of theirs or was that written for the show. But yeah, I definitely knew sort of the big hits that would have come on the radio every now and then. But yeah, I couldn't say I was like a a really dyed-in-the-wool ABBA fan for sure.
And Katie, is there an ABBA song that you just wish was in the show?
Oh, I actually am such a big fan of Mamma Mia 2. I'm always on people's case that lots of people in our cast haven't seen Mamma Mia 2, and that opens with When I Kiss the Teacher, and I do really like that song. I have no idea where we would fit that in the Mamma Mia plot, but I like that one. And there's another one in Mamma Mia 2. I've Been Waiting for You, or Waiting for You. That's beautiful. So I wish they were in it.
They were so prolific, weren't they?
Yeah.
They had so many songs.
What are you hoping audiences feel when they walk away after seeing Mamma Mia in Geelong?
I hope they are just having a ball. I hope they are just having a blast and we leave them wanting more. Because everyone's alive at the end. It's a happy, fun ending. I just hope they go out leaving feeling like they've got their money's worth and it's been just a wonderful night out of the theatre.
Buzzing, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I'm talking to Katie and Ruth, who are Sophie and Donna in Mamma Mia at the Geelong Arts Centre, opening on the 3rd of October and running only until the 19th of October at the Geelong Arts Centre in Geelong. For more info and to book tickets, visit geelonglyric.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, and chookers for the rest of your tech week, and really excited to see Mamma Mia in Geelong soon.
Thank you
so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.